Hello and welcome to Victoriana. It's the beginning of April and finally the weather has actually decided to cheer up. It's a nice warm afternoon, and so I've actually decided to get the biosterilant mustard that we sowed in September of last year, get that incorporated into the ground. Important job to do it now because obviously it's coming up to flower time, and if we let it flower and then actually produce seed, we'd never get rid of the stuff. So yep, I'm going to get on with that now, and after I've done that I will give you a quick run around the nursery and show you what we've been up to in March. So out here on the beds, we're actually quite tidy now. We've had a chance to get out and sort out all the shrubs, bring a lot of new bits and pieces out, and we're filling up quite nicely. We've also got most of the soft fruit sorted, and way down the far end there we're starting to bring out freshly potted fruit trees, which I say freshly potted, we potted them a couple of months ago. They're rooting through and budding up nicely now, so they're coming out as well. So yeah, really we're quite chocker, and considering it is literally just the beginning of April, things are quite well advanced. Now, the flower garden is one area that we haven't touched and that didn't quite make it as well as we'd hoped with the winter bedding, etc. So this definitely is a project for when we actually get on top of all the packing. It's an area that really needs a good tidy up, and we need to start thinking about what we're going to put here for the summer. Haven't got as much in the veg tunnel as we usually would have at this time of year, just basically because we haven't been able to keep up and get everything in here that we'd hoped to. We're being too busy on production and getting stuff out the door. But the asparagus is producing a little. The raspberries are coming into flower, so that will give us some early raspberries. Strawberries are coming along nicely as well, and the peas and the beans and carrots and leaves are still going. So even though we haven't got an awful lot in here, it's still producing worthwhile crops and proving very useful for this time of year. So it's that time of year already up here in the top house, and what I mean by that is it's time to basically empty the bulk of it out. Everything is now going outside. We're still seeing frost, but we have been running this with the vents open for the bulk of the winter, so frost doesn't worry us there, and obviously things have dried up now. So as I say, most of the things are going outside now, and all we're doing now is bringing crops in from the other house, the heated house, and they're spending a few weeks in here to settle in, and then they're going out as well. So it's that constant job of moving round and round and round. So as I said, we're moving round and round and round, and more is going outside, and that obviously means that we're getting pretty chocker outside as well. Made some changes out here, or are. We're actually putting in some bed areas because the paths seem to spread over the winter months, so this time we've decided to edge them off properly so we know where everything is. Simon's new cage is being used to its full. That's full of lovely brassicas and peas and beans and all sorts of other things, all nice veg plants that are fully hardened off. And yeah, no, so we're pretty chocker out here already. So despite it being sunny in the day and warm, it's still very chilly at night, and that's got the big benefit of actually holding back all our bare root fruit. So we'll be dispatching for another 2 or 3 weeks, and similarly we've only just started pruning up, and we'll think about getting stuff back into the ground at the end of April, beginning of May. So busy times here, getting everything pruned up and sorted, but still plenty of time for planting. Everything, or bulk of things, are still tight in bud, so no worries there. So here in the bubble, we're pretty jam-packed as well. There's a lot going on over on the prop over there. The beds are still all full. All the tomatoes are grown away nicely. In actual fact, this warm and bright weather has brought things on a little bit more than we would hope, so we're cutting back on the water to actually hold them back a little bit, so that we actually have time to get them out the door before they grow too big. Chilies are doing well as well. They're right down there somewhere, and we'll think about potting some up for ourselves quite soon. But yeah, so really everywhere we are, we're full up or moving stuff around, and just basically trying to get stuff from one place to the other and out the door. So I'll finish off for April here in the pack house, which is where we seem to be spending an awful lot of time at the moment. It's the end of the day, and it's nice to see there's not too much in here, which means that the packing house has actually kept up with the pre-packers. That'll all change again tomorrow when we fill it back up and the game all starts again. But yeah, so very, very busy time for us. An awful lot going out, an awful lot going on the nursery, and quite honestly we don't know which way to turn. But hopefully we'll catch up soon, and obviously we'll do a little clip at the beginning of May.